Hey y'all, so I'm gonna be showing y'all how I do my closure ponytail today. And what I'm gonna start off with, I'm starting off with clean hair. All I did was wash it, condition it, do my natural hair stuff that I usually do, and braid it down, wait it for it to dry, and it's the next day. So I'm gonna be showing you how I'll mold my ponytail, apply the closure, apply the ponytail and all that type of stuff. So starting off with the closure, already had before. I already had this before. This is what I'll be applying. The bundles that I'll be using for my ponytail. Eco Styler gel, regular gel, argan oil gel. I got a different type of hair texture, y'all, so gotta use all this. Wide tooth comb. I do have natural hair, so I do not want to use a small tooth comb trying to come out my hair. This brush, some like mousse or holding spray, some lace glue for the closure. I don't like this Ghost Bond. I wouldn't recommend it. Don't like it. But this is all I have, so this is what I'll be using today. You can also just use the got to be like holding spray as well, but I'm gonna use this because I do want it to stay. Basically, I want to wear this hairstyle for about a week or a week and a half. Some scissors, some net for your ponytail, and some thread. Some tweezers if you do need to like fix a new part or just have your part look more natural. Tweezers. And then of course hair bows. And some hair pins, just depending on how you would like to do your ponytail. I think I'm probably just gonna do like glue mines, or may, depending on how I'm feeling, I may just bobby pin it. So stay tuned. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting into molding down my natural hair. Okay, and for this clip, I'm gonna go ahead and do a voiceover because I did speed through this clip because I'm just putting my hair in the ponytail, showing what I use for my natural hair. So for my ponytail, I do have to split it up in 3 different sections. The first section is the one I'm working on. Doesn't really matter where you start or which products you put in your hair first. So I started off with the argan oil, brushed that in, put some of the Pro Styling black gel on it, and then I put some of the Eco Styler gel. I'll also show you that I used the oil just on my edges. I already, used it on my scalp. And now I'm just making sure I put the back in, making sure everything, make sure I have enough product on it. And brushing and brushing. And I also comb as well just to make sure that the products go through. And combing it also helps me with not having any lumps in my head. So you do need this to be pretty flat, even if it is natural. You can try to get your hair as flat as possible. So I'm just combing out the other section, and I do recommend combing from the ends first, then working your way up. It will help with less tension and pulling of the hair as well. So I'm just combing it into place where I want it to go. Applying the products, putting the wild growth on my edges. And as you can see, it curls up immediately, so I try to work fast. Combing out the back pieces because I did have a undercut back there and it's now growing out. So sometimes it's hard for it to, stay up. Just showing you how the back looks so far. And I do use 2 ponytail holders in the back since it was 2 different sections. And now I'm putting some mousse on it, and this mousse is for curls, as you can see on the bottle. So it's gonna help it stay flat but without that crunch. And now I'm working on my last section, seeing where I want my part to go. And as you can see, coming from ends and then working my way up. And I'm just applying all the same products I used on the other 2 sections, which was once again argan oil gel and Pro Styling gel, and then the Eco Styler. And that little blue bottle that you see me spraying, I think that's like for wrapping. I know it says it's for heat protected and other things, but it's also like a mousse, but into spray. So basically what you're going to go ahead and do now that you have the products and comb it through, keep adding more products that you may need to hold it down. And what that black gel is, they call it a teaser brush, but it's just a brush that has harder bristles, if that makes any sense. So you're going to see the end now that is pretty much done. It's going to go to the next clip with me applying the closure. My closure piece, I'm going to actually sew down the back. So I'm just going to position it where I want it to go. And I'll see the lace. And this is actually from Azana Beauty Hair. Yes, it is. Yeah, I'll see it. Already just melted. I ain't even do nothing to it yet. Y'all can't see it. But yeah, now this is from Azana Beauty Hair. 12-inch closure. And I'm just making sure that that's where I want it to be. And I'm not going to be using this closure again, most likely, just because it's just been used enough. And I'll probably just put it on hold. I'll probably make it into like a wig with a bob. And I can show you how I do that. Just measuring it on my head because I want it to be as close to my hairline, but just a little bit up. So I think right here is good. So what I'm going to go ahead and do to have this lay as flat as possible, y'all see this little part? I'm going to cut those off. Just cut that off. And you can also do that as well if you ever wanted your closure to look like a frontal. You can do that as well. So I'm just brushing back the hair strands in the front. I'm going to go ahead and measure it again. And then I'm going to get my needle and thread. I'm just going to go ahead and just sew down the back. You don't have to sew down the sides at all. So just measuring. So, and I'm just going to sew that down there, and I'll be back with the back sewed down. And then I'm going to show you how I put this glue on. Okay, so I have it sewed down in the back now. And now I'm just measuring where I want the actual lace to lay. And so I can put the glue down. Once again, I don't really recommend this glue. This is just all I have for the moment while I'm doing this hairstyle. I would definitely recommend Bold Hold lace glue or the tape. Especially, I would have probably recommended the tape just because I'm doing a closure ponytail. So I'm just putting down where I want the actual glue to be. So I'm measuring my finger right there. Push this back. Push this back. And I am going to just hold this right here. Dot, 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 dot. About to where the actual lace is. And I'm going to use my finger to spread this. And I spread mine a little back. Only just a little bit though. And I'm going to let this dry. You can use the blow dryer, but just let this dry clear. And I'm going to come back with it. Come back to you showing you how it's drying clear. put down one more layer and go ahead and basically apply the lace. And I'm going to show you how I apply the lace, so just one moment. And as you can see, the first layer is pretty much clear. So I'm going to just add one more layer. And once again, I'm just going to use my finger again. You don't have to use your finger. You can use the end of a comb. You can use like those little wooden popsicle stick type things. And I'm just using my finger to make sure that I spread it out as evenly as possible so it can dry even. That's what's gonna make it dry faster. And I only blow dried it for what? No more than, sorry, just getting all this extra stuff off my hand. No more than about, I don't know, like 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm about to blow dry it again. Blow dry this on cool but high. And I'm gonna come back, show it to you guys clear, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply the lace. So one moment. Okay, so all clear. I'm gonna go ahead and pull, as you can see. Make sure that's not bent up or anything. And just apply. Just apply. There you go. Just put it down. Literally, just place it in there. Can y'all see that? That was it, y'all. And that's it. You'll go and clean up some of these things with some alcohol. I'm gonna let mine sit in the lace glue. I'm sorry, I'm gonna let my lace sit in the glue for about 2 minutes or so. Okay, y'all, so all cleaned up, all down. I'm gonna go and fix my part. I'm gonna pluck it some, and I'm gonna apply some of this right here on this part, just so the part can look more defined and not just looking all red and crazy. And I'm gonna just put a little bit of makeup there as well. And this is just like a makeup tint. It says tinted brown mascara. Brush that in there. And as you can see, this closure should now be operating as if it's your real hair, as if it's growing out of your scalp. I don't like a lot of baby hairs for like wigs and stuff like that. I'll probably just do like some natural ones, like the ones that's already basically out there. I'll probably do that. That's about it. So I'm gonna apply some makeup at the end, just so you can take away this, like where the red is indented into the lace. I'm gonna put some makeup that matches me, go all right there, and fix that up. But you should be able to now start molding down the closure part. You can also add more hair if you want as well, like add like a track or two if you want. I'm gonna come back. I'm probably gonna add a track, come back and start molding it to show you how I start molding it. So one moment. Okay, y'all, so I already took this off of my head, and now I'm just starting with the extended ponytail. I already put some of the tracks in just to speed up the video. I'm not gonna put a whole lot just because I don't like a super thick ponytail, especially when it's extended. It can be heavy on your head. And I did, because I ran out of black strips. So what I had to go ahead and do, I used because I like to have my hair protected. I used a stocking cap, wrapped it around, put rubber bands on it to hold it, and then put like some mousse on it so the glue won't seep through to my braid. And then I also put a mesh cap on. Okay, so here is the almost finished look. I just have to add a little bit of makeup right here just to make it look more natural. It already looks good the way it is, but as you can see that the dye has tinted the lace. So, you know, like if you ever dyed your own hair, and sometimes if you're using like a bright red or something like that, it actually gets onto your scalp. That's how it looks right now. But I still want it to look just a little bit neater just for my liking. And just straighten out the ponytail some more. Not really needed. It's pretty much all I did was kind of blow dry and like lowering it. Okay, y'all, so I have my makeup I'm gonna apply. I'm gonna use two different ones. I have to mix it to match my skin tone. So Rimmel, or how do you pronounce this? Rimmel London. This is actually foundation. This is a matte foundation, and then this is some soft matte concealer. I'm gonna mix them together, and I don't, as y'all can tell by looking at my face, I don't do makeup, know how to do makeup, really wear makeup like that at all. I'm just doing it. I really just get this stuff for my eyebrows because I wish I knew how to do makeup though. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to shade any makeup artists or people that wear makeup. I just don't know how to do it. I wish I did. But that's how it looks. I'm just mixing it together. And I'm going to start from the back and place it. Sorry, I'm looking in the mirror. Y'all see that? Starting to look. You know, really just trying to get like that red brassiness out of the hair. I'm gonna take my flat iron and hold it down so I can get into the lace. Hold it down. Hold it down. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Looks great. Okay. So, yeah, went ahead and applied that. My hair is still just, I just can't get over like how soft my hair is. Love it. And this is the finished look. I get excited when my hair is done, y'all. So this is the finished look. If y'all have any questions or concerns about how I did my hair, if I didn't explain it enough, please leave it down below. Anything that I could have done better, I'm open to criticism so I can get better. It's kind of weird for me to be talking to myself but really talking to y'all, if that makes any sense. I'm not used to it. I don't really like recording myself, but this is definitely for business purposes. This is once again my Brazilian straight virgin hair. I have bleached this and I have dyed this now. Well, I dyed it about 3 or 4 different times and it's still like silky straight, like
Okay, so on this part, I'm just starting to mold my hair. I'm using a lot of mousse to start off with to get the strays away. I'm brushing it in. I'm going to add some more mousse.
This is April.
You know, just making sure I got all the hairs where I want it to lay.
I have been wearing this for 4 months.
Really just trying to form it. So using more mousse, and then I also use some of that firm holding spray, which also serves as a heat protectant as well.
That's about it. So this is
So yeah, just keep brushing it in, keep starting to mold it. Just brush it where you want the hairs to go.
Anything that I could have done better. My next video most likely is going to be
just keep brushing and brushing. That's pretty much what I did. Just brush, mousse. Make sure I got the swoop where I want it to go. You don't want your swoop to look all crooked. I'm going to add a little gel in a second, which you'll see. And I just use some of the Eco Styler gel, which that's really optional. You didn't need to add gel if you didn't want to. I just did it just because I feel like it helps hold it down a little bit more. With the mousse, you'll have to blow dry it in place, but the mousse still definitely works as well. Really, really great. So just brushing it, molding in the back, making sure all the back hairs are down.